There's a moment behind the wheel of what I've built, where power overrides gravity, and I hit that zero moment. Zero doubts, zero fear, zero competition. No rule or mold I can't break. And limits, absolutely zero. And there's a NOS zero sugar to get me there.
You wanted the best, you got them for a rest. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws!
Race fans, the Federated Auto Parts Dirt Car Nationals is bigger than ever. From January 29th through February 14th at Volusia Speedway Park. See the World of Outlaws sprint cars and late models, plus American Sprint Car Series, USAC National Sprint Cars, the Super Dirt Car Series, and the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. Ticket packages, camping, and more at DIRTCarNationals.com. Next winter, head south. DIRTVision presents World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, the pinnacle of dirt track racing. Featuring sprint car racing's best drivers, biggest races.
David Travel is the King's Royal Champion. Slide up in front of Cowboy, and at the line, Cowboy gets the win.
And best coverage.
Welcome back to the greatest show on dirt.
You wanted the best. You got them for a rest.
DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
Little bit of a drop over the edge now to the inside, and 3 and 4 they race to the white flag, and Buddy Copeland slides up in front of David Gravel. Gravel leads across the line. Final time around Lincoln Park, and Copeland to the top out of turn 2. He'll lead down the backstretch into 3 and 4. David Gravel trying to slide in. They get together, and Copeland spins.
You know, we are equal wheel to wheel there. I just think we're racing for the same spot.
Felt like we were kind of side by side.
He knew I was going to the cushion.
He was kind of coming up, and I was kind of already there and didn't really have an option to move down.
Felt like I kind of had position down the backstretch. I felt like he kind of forced it.
You know, thought for a split second, you know, there was a hole, and felt like I got most of the way or next to him. And
I didn't wreck him on purpose, I know that, and I hopefully he knows that as well.
I feel like, whether it's my fault or not, I feel like I let him down.
People could boo, it's tough shit, it's racing, shit happens.
How lucky were we Friday night to get to watch the top 2 sprint car drivers in the country put everything on the line for a win. It sent the sprint car world into a buzz. We're going to break all of that and more down as part of our DIRTVision pre-race coverage here tonight from Angell Park Speedway in Certain Prairie, Wisconsin. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Connor Wade. Great to be here at Angell Park Speedway, the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. We're supposed to compete here back in June. Unfortunately, Mother Nature postponing that event until this Sunday, October evening. A chilly night, but we're ready with a great field of 25 World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars signed into the pit area to cap off the weekend. The weekend that, of course, started Friday night at Lincoln Park Speedway, Putnamville, Indiana, where we saw a lot of drama. The sprint car world's been talking about it ever since. Buddy Kofoid and David Gravel contact on that last lap. We're going to hear from both drivers, but let's kick this pre-race off before we hear from the drivers by going back and catching you up on that entire 35-lapper that ended with fireworks.
David Gravel leads into turn 1, 3 wide for second through the middle of the corner. Down low, Buddy Kofoid in the middle, Bill Baylog up high, Darren Nida. Kofoid battling Nida for second as David Gravel leads lap number 1. Kofoid to the inside of Gravel, new leader down the back straightaway. Buddy Kofoid to the point as they reach corner number 3. Challenging Cole Macedo. Carson Macedo makes that a 3-car race as they exit turn 4. Carson Macedo to the inside of Cole. Bryce Norris on the cushion, 3 wide out of turn number 2. Norris gets the worst of it, drops the right rear over the edge of the banking. Carson Macedo to the inside of Cole now. Carson Macedo moving up to 6th. 12 laps down at Lincoln Park Speedway, and the traffic is thick in front of what is a 3-car race for the lead. Gravel to the inside. David Gravel back to the lead, at least momentarily, entering turn 3. Kofoid to the cushion out of corner number 4, but David Gravel leads the 13th lap. Kofoid trying to get back around him on the outside in 1 and 2. Again, they are stacked up, and now Kofoid drops the right rear over the banking. Bill Baylog sweeps by on the inside. Baylog to the 2nd spot, at least for the moment, but now Kofoid able to reclaim it as they cross the start-finish line. Carson Macedo, Garrett Williamson just in front of him. Macedo moves to the inside, down the back straightaway. Carson Macedo now into the 4th spot as they roll out of turn 4. Carson Macedo around Bill Baylog. Macedo now in 3rd. Time running out for Buddy Kofoid if he hopes to steal this one. He pounds the cushion in 3 and 4. He's got to run on Gravel into turn 1. Kofoid back to the lead in turn 1. Gravel trying to cut back underneath him. Gravel reclaims the top spot down the back straightaway. This time by, they will race to the white flag. Kofoid led for a few feet into 1 and 2. 1 lap to go at Lincoln Park Speedway. Kofoid to the cushion. Red flag conditions, car upside down in turn 3. 21H Brady Bacon upside down over in turn 3. Kofoid up top, grabs the cushion out of turn 2. A little bit of a drop over the edge now to the inside in 3 and 4. They race to the white flag, and Buddy Kofoid slides up in front of David Gravel. Gravel leads across the line. Final time around Lincoln Park, and Kofoid to the top out of turn 2. He'll lead down the backstretch into 3 and 4. David Gravel trying to slide him. They get together, and Kofoid spins. Officials are saying the leader took the checkered flag.
Entertaining stuff, to say the least, at Putnamville on Friday night. David Gravel getting his 16th win of the year after that last lap contact with Buddy Kofoid. So how did both drivers feel about that highly contested move that the sprint car world has been talking about? David Gravel feels like, hey, that's just part of what happens whenever you're racing for a win that hard on the last lap. Whenever we talked to Buddy Kofoid after the race on Friday night, he at the time hinted that he put most of the blame on himself. However, now that he's had a couple days to think about it, some time to watch the replay, he does feel a little bit differently about it. So let's hear from both drivers, Buddy Kofoid and David Gravel, starting with the guy that won the race.
We're going for a World of Outlaws win, and they're not easy to get. And you know, when he slipped off the backstretch from my vantage point, I couldn't see him, and I kind of slid up gradually to the cushion, and he sent it in really hard on the top and had it right on the cushion and hauled ass there to the center and got alongside of me.
In the video, I didn't realize that we were tire to tire, and not that I'm blaming him or myself or anything, but my options were made up for me, and I didn't have an option. You know, I'm next to him, and I'm pretty much against the cushion, and I was pretty much wheel to wheel with him, so there's nowhere else I could go.
we banged wheels. At that moment, I was committed to sliding to the top, and we hit as about gentle as we could, and sadly he went around.
Like I said, I thought I was there enough, and if I lifted, maybe I get run over, or if I lift, maybe, when I get tight, maybe it sends me over the cushion. But we're going for the win, and I felt like we were wheel to wheel, and I was already on the cushion and thought I was there where I could squeak through.
Listen to his interview and stuff. Obviously, he's not happy about it, but I don't think he's like super mad that I drove through the side of him or something. And I never try to do something like that. And I think it's just a racing deal at that point.
It's racing, and there's nothing I can do about it now. Just move on to the next one, and just learn from it. And if the shoe's on the other foot, like he said, it's racing, and stuff happens. And not that that's ever my intent. I know it wasn't his intent, but just got to be professional and just move on and go to the next one.
Now, we told you going into Putnamville on Friday night that thanks to Gravel's DNF last Saturday at Lincoln, Kofoid had shrunk Gravel's points lead by just a little bit. However, with Kofoid regulated to a 14th place finish after that spin, that puts a decent sized chunk back into Gravel's lead. It's 134 points separating the 2 and the 83. And with last night's cancellation of LaSalle due to weather, just 6 points races remain on the 2025 schedule, starting here tonight at Angell Park Speedway as the 2025 year winds down and David Gravel looks for a second consecutive series title. Sticking with Lincoln Park on Friday night for just a minute, and another driver that had an interesting night. Let's talk about Sheldon Hanschild. It started off as a disaster on his first qualifying lap. He goes into turn 3, misses his line, and gets upside down pretty wildly in turns 3 and 4. He was able to go out at the end of qualifying regulated to a 21st place effort in qualifying. However, had to go through the last chance showdown to get into that feature on Friday night. Started the race from 23rd, and when he got moving, he passed some cars, 14 of them to be exact, climbing all the way into the top 10 into the 9th spot. However, after the race is open red with just 2 laps to go, Hanschild's car fired off, but whenever he would rev the throttle, the car just would not really accelerate. Unfortunately, he had to pull off and DNF an 18th place finish. Roller coaster of a night, to say the least, for Sheldon Hanschild. I talked to the crew chief, Kyle Pruitt, earlier today. He said it was one of 2 things, either the fuel pump or the mag, unfortunately causing those issues for the 17. Regardless, new power plant under the hood. They're not really sure what the issue was. They're not going to figure out until this week whenever they get back to the shop. But new power plant under the hood for the 17 here tonight at Angell Park, hoping he can bounce back from a rough night number 1 on the weekend. Angell Park Speedway, great to be back here for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series for the first time since 2016. Like I said, the series is supposed to compete here earlier this year, and glad that SLS Promotions and the Outlaws found another date for it. This is a very historic racetrack, and even though the Outlaws have not raced here a ton, a lot of history here in both winged sprint cars and midgets, a lot of history here if you're a fan of Bill Baylog. His numbers always good in Wisconsin, but especially good here at Angell Park Speedway. Between wing and non-wing sprint cars and midgets, a total of 16 victories for the North Pole Nightmare. He knows how to get around this place.
It is unique, I think it's probably as unique as a Williams Grove or a Knoxville. I mean, with the way the car handles. So nice to have come here a little bit in the past, and when sprint cars started coming here, mainly a midget track. But yeah, awesome place, kind of like a circle shape, and it races different for sure. I don't want to give away all the secrets here, but no, I don't have any. But yeah, you can get buried in the wing really hard, in a circle shape, and you can also, if you make the wrong adjustments, kind of be up on the right side, which can make for a very frustrating 30 or 40 laps. So yeah, you want to have that kind of stuff right, and yeah, it's historic Angell Park. It'll be good. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with the conditions, the track conditions, but yes, we're going to have a lot of power. Hopefully, make a lot of noise.
Donnie Schatz won the series' only prior visit at this racetrack back in 2016, but with Baylog's sweet 16 wins plus a second place finish with IRA here earlier this season, the North Pole Nightmare might just be the favorite here at the iconic Angell Park Speedway here this evening. Angell Park Speedway, a staple on Sunday nights for midget fans and sprint car fans here in the Wisconsin area. It is a chilly and breezy Sunday night, 55 degrees, 15 mile per hour winds, some rain in the area overnight. However, the sun has been setting on this racetrack all day long. Should shape up the surface nicely as the Outlaws get ready to begin the night with Wedge High Performance Karts hot laps. That'll be followed by Honesty Roofing qualifying. The Badger Midgets will hot lap once Honesty Roofing qualifying is complete. 25 cars, so 3 10-lap heat races. Expecting 3 8-lap heat races as well for the Badger Midgets. An 8-lap dash and 12-lap Microlight Last Chance Showdown on the card. Badger Midget feature will be at first, 25 laps in distance. 35 laps, 12 grand to win here at Angell Park Speedway as the weekend caps for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series just moments away from hot laps here on this Sunday night. Let's kick things up to the booth. The Hall of Fame announcer John Gibson sitting on the upper level of the National Midget Auto Racing Hall of Fame. John, this is just a really cool place all around. The racetrack, very unique, but also the stadium-style seating around this place makes for a really nice atmosphere on this Sunday night.
It certainly is, and Connor, it is so cool to be back at the birthplace of the World of Outlaws famous 4-wide salute. Yes, that came from Badger Midgets right here in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Ted Johnson, the founder of the World of Outlaws, a native of Beloit, Wisconsin. He grew up coming to the races here on Sunday nights, watching the Badger Midgets and watching them go 4-wide to salute the fans. And when he formed the World of Outlaws in 1978, he incorporated that 4-wide salute into the greatest show on dirt. It is so nice to be able to bring it back home one more time as we get set to fire the engines for Wedge High Performance Karts practice session number 1. Sitting and staging now from Visalia, California, driving car number 18, that is Corey Eliason. Eliason in the Aspen Air Hawkeye Truck Equipment Bring Fuel Precision Underground Utilities entry. Also underway, World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year contender out of Indianapolis, Indiana, the C&D Rigging, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Glenn Stires Racing, Steve Beitler Yacht Charters, Hellraiser Jacks number 6 of Zach Hampton. And from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, aboard the Dahmer Powertrain, Dickman Supply, Telstar Maxima Oil, Hobson Family, number 21H, the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. From Lemoore, California, in the all-by-your alternative MVT, Tarleton and Son, Sage Family, Scott Boyd Family, Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions, number 41, Carson Macedo. And from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, driving the Ludwig & Sons Trucking, Gooseberg Concrete, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, Metalcraft, number 85J, Logan Julian. And from Gibson, Wisconsin, in the Big Fish Contracting, Indian Motorcycle, Metro Milwaukee, Schlafer Auto Body Main Street, Blooms and Boutique, number 25, Danny Schlafer. And a World of Outlaws rookie from Bradenton, Florida, in car number 28M, the Tub of Towels, Emily Oil, USA Steel Fence, Autoloads.com entry, that is Connor Morrell. This is the first 4 scheduled Wedge High Performance Karts practice sessions for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series back in Angell Park, Wisconsin for the first time in 9 years.
Been waiting for a long time. Yes, we've been waiting for a long, long time. We've been waiting for a long time. But we ain't gonna wait no more. We're getting ready to rock and roll. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Well, there's a reason everybody should be shaking in the house tonight. And you should grab your favorite lady and promise her you'll do it right. Tell back Jack to jump.
Green flag set to wave for Wedge High Performance Karts practice session number 1 at Angell Park Speedway. Just a brief issue with timing and scoring here in the booth. We'll get it straightened out momentarily. No lap time showing on our screen at the moment. Car slowing on the inside of turns 3 and 4. Danny Schlafer in the number 25. Fastest driver in that first Wedge High Performance Karts practice session, Zach Hampton, 11.809. Carson Macedo at 11.843. And Connor Morrell at 11.861, a tenth of a second away from the existing track record here at Angell Park Speedway. Cars now staging for Wedge High Performance Karts practice session at number 2. A World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year contender among those drivers on the front stretch. Out of Sykeston, Missouri, the TK Concrete, Maxim Trucking, Logan Contractor Supplies, Zip Bond Smokers, Choice Cigar Bar, Inland Rigging, number 55 of Hunter Schurenberg. Alongside Schurenberg from Worcester, Ohio, in the NOS Energy Drink, West Tennessee Expediting Frozen Farmer, Maximal Oil, number 17, Sheldon Hodenshield. And to his inside, another Rookie of the Year contender from Lemoore, California, aboard the 2C Racing Outlaw Wings Durst Wedge High Performance Karts, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, number 2C, Cole Macedo. And from Franklin, Indiana, driving the WCI P2 Excavating KPM, number 27, Emerson Axum. Yet another World of Outlaws rookie in 2025 from Leduc, Alberta, Canada, driving the Warrior Building Development, Building Packages, Direct Nelson Brothers Construction, Pack Rat Dumpsters, number 99, Skylar G. And last season's Rookie of the Year from Pengrove, California, in the Toyota Racing Development, Mobile One, Roth Motorsports, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation, number 83, Buddy Kofoid. Second of 4 Wedge High Performance Karts practice sessions for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Second Wedge High Performance Karts practice session is green. Everybody tracing Zach Hampton's 11.809. So far, Sheldon Hodenshield quickest in this group. Just because I say that, Skylar G into the 4th spot overall at 11.892. Buddy Kofoid just behind him in 5th. Cole Macedo now 3rd at an 11.853, and Kofoid now 2nd overall at an 11.814. Checkered flag waving on Wedge High Performance Karts practice session, number 2 fastest driver in that group and 2nd quickest overall in warm-up so far. Buddy Kofoid in the number 83 with a lap time of 11.814 seconds. Zach Hampton still fastest with that 11.809. Kofoid 2nd, Skylar G now 3rd, Carson Macedo 4th, and Cole Macedo completing the top 5 with 2 more Wedge High Performance Karts practice sessions remaining. Drivers staging for Wedge High Performance Karts practice session number 3 out of Burnett, Wisconsin in the Spankins Motorsports RNH Racing Equipment, the Hill Tavern Fable Auto, number 7, Lance Fassbender. And from Wadsworth, Illinois, the McGill Trucking Johnny Z's Poorhouse, Lot 31 Used Car Sales, number 09 of Clayton Rossman. Also staged on the front stretch, making his way to staging from Hanover, Pennsylvania in the Dryden Duramax C&D Rigging Federated Auto Parts Shark Racing number 1S, Logan Schuhart. Directly to Schuhart's outside from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, piloting the Northwest Cable Construction, Emergency Starting and Towing, Falby Auto, Anything and Everything Home Maintenance, number 2W, Scotty Neitzel. And from Burlington, Wisconsin, driving the Waste Clip, Pink Roofing, Thone Utilities, Haven Creek Homes, Antioch Lanes, number 10V, Matt Vanderveer. And the Alaska native who now calls Heartland, Wisconsin home, driving the Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup Indian Motorcycle of Metro Milwaukee Renderman family, James E. Bait and Tackle, number 17B, the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog. Wedge High Performance Karts practice session number 3 for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Bill Baylog under the track record unofficially at 11.652. He is fastest so far. A lot of smoke from the 10 via Matt Vanderveer. Logan Schuchart tops Baylog. Now Schuchart at 11.649. As we wave the checkered flag on Wedge High Performance Karts practice session number 3, 2 drivers unofficially under the existing Angell Park Speedway track record, led by the number 1S of Logan Schuchart with a time of 11.649 seconds. Bill Baylog also under the track record at 11.652. Zach Hampson still third overall, Buddy Kofoid fourth, and Skylar G rounds out the top 5 as the final Wedge High Performance Karts practice session stages on the front stretch, led out by a Rookie of the Year contender from Canton, Illinois, in car number 7S, the NOS Energy Drink King Racing Products, Jim Shooknecht, High Performance Lubricants, Phillips and Tosco Developers entry for Chris Wyndham. To the outside of Wyndham from East Grand Forks, Minnesota, the Proceed Ekman Dental Arts, JW Repair, Phil Thompson Associates, AgServe, G5, the Bandit, Gage Polk, Quebec. Next to Polk, Quebec, the defending World of Outlaws champion, the current series points leader from Watertown, Connecticut, in the shop, Usage.com, Usage Speedway, BillionAuto.com, Prosper Real Estate Investments, JRC Transportation, number 2, David Gravel. And the leading contender for the Kevin Gobrecht Award for Rookie of the Year honors with the World of Outlaws so far in 2025 from Columbia, Missouri, the SNS Nationwide, CSC Group, LRI, Eagle Stop, Missouri Games, Impact Signs, Abbott Telecom, number 23, Garrett Williamson. Winner last time the World of Outlaws visited Angell Park Speedway. He's the 10-time series champion from Fargo, North Dakota, driving the JVI Group King Racing Products, Freedom Off-Road Sharp Pack, hole number 15, Donnie Schatz. And to his outside, another number 15 driver out of St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. That is the Advanced Auto Parts Curb Martin One Source Elliott's Custom Trailers and Karts, number 15 of the Madman, Kerry Madsen. Final Wedge High Performance Karts practice session of the evening for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. We are under green in the final Wedge High Performance Karts practice session of the evening. So far, 2 drivers under the existing track record. These times, of course, unofficial. Logan Schuchart and Bill Baylog. We'll see if anybody else can do that in this final practice session. Chris Wyndham at a 12.140. David Gravel fastest overall now at 11.502. Chris Wyndham into the 11-second bracket, as is Kerry Madsen. Checkered flag waves. Make it 3 drivers under the existing track record. Fastest driver in the final practice session. Fastest overall in warm-ups, David Gravel in car number 2 at 11.502 seconds. Logan Schuchart second, 11.649. Bill Baylog third, 11.652. Zach Hampton fourth. Buddy Kofoid fifth, quickest in Wedge High Performance Karts practice sessions. Skylar G sixth, Carson Macedo seventh, Cole Macedo eighth, Connor Morrell ninth, and Garrett Williamson rounds out the top 10 as we prepare for this evening's Honest Abe Roofing qualifying session. Honest Abe Roofing qualifying will work this way. 1 car at a time on the speedway, 2 consecutive laps on the clock. Faster of those 2 laps scores that driver's official qualifying time. For tonight's race program, we use the Honest Abe Roofing qualifying times to line up our heat races this evening, as well as for the front row of the Microlight Last Chance Showdown. Track record here at Angell Park Speedway, established on May 21st of 2017 by Brandon Spithaller. The lap time is 11.706 seconds. For World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series timing and scoring purposes, we measure the Angell Park Speedway at slightly less than a third of a mile in distance, 0.313 miles to be exact, and that measurement is made at the midpoint between the inside berm and the outside retaining wall. Qualifying order is determined by random draw as the drivers registered for the race program earlier this afternoon. First on a state roofing qualifier, pushing off now from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Dahmer Powertrain, Dickman Supply, Telstar Maximal Oil, Hobson Family number 21H, the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon in the 21H, picked up a win here with the Badger Midgets in 2008, second twice here with the USAC Sprint Cars. Best World of Outlaws finish this season, second at Jacksonville, Illinois. Lap 1 for Brady Bacon, 11.973, 11.973. Bacon, a four-time sprint car winner this season, 3 with USAC and 1 in wing competition with Power Eye. Second lap time for the Macho Man, 11.826, 11.826. With the number 21H of Brady Bacon, next driver out. From Gibson, Wisconsin, driving the Big Fish Contracting Indian Motorcycle of Metro Milwaukee. Schlafer Auto Body Main Street, Blooms and Boutique, number 25, Danny Schlafer. Danny Schlafer in the number 25. Schlafer, an MSA feature winner here in 2017, was a third place finisher here with the IRA Sprint Cars on May 17th of this year. Opening lap for Danny Schlafer, 11.961, 11.961. Schlafer making his first appearance of the season with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Second lap for Schlafer is an 11.990. First lap just a little bit better at 11.961 seconds. Next to hit the speedway from Lemoore, California in the all-by-your alternative MVT Tarleton & Son, Sage Family, Scott Boyd Family, Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions, number 41, Carson Macedo. Carson Macedo in the number 41. Macedo has visited Victory Lane here at Angell Park in midget competition back in 2016. Also raced here twice with the IRA Sprint Cars. Lap number 1 about to go in the books for Carson Macedo, and it is a new track record! 11.705! 11.705 by 1/1000th of a second, a track record on lap 1 for Carson Macedo. Second lap time is an 11.818, but the first lap, 11.705, a new track record here at Angell Park Speedway. Next on the speedway from Indianapolis, Indiana, driving car number 6, the C&D Rigging with Sea Valley Transportation, Glenn Stires Racing, Steve Butler Yacht Charters, Hellraiser Jack's entry of Zach Hampton. Zach Hampton in car number 6. Hampton second here, the best of his 3 IRA podiums at Angell Park Speedway. 4 starts here overall. His first lap 11.847, 11.847. Zach Hampton enters this evening's action, sitting in the 12th spot in the World of Outlaws point standings. His second lap time goes 11.956. First lap official at 11.847. Firing off next, another World of Outlaws rookie from Bradenton, Florida, driving the Tub of Towels, Emily Oil, USA Steel Fence Autoloads.com, number 28M, Connor Morrell. Connor Morrell in the number 28M. Morrell gets his first look at Angell Park Speedway this evening, currently 14th in the series point standings. He has 2 top 5 finishes and 3 top 10s on the year. Opening up for Connor Morrell, 4th quick, 11.862, 11.862. Second lap time for Connor Morrell, up to 3rd fastest at 11.828, 11.828, 3rd quick for Connor Morrell. Next to fire from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, driving the Ludwig & Sons Trucking, Gooseberg Concrete, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, Metalcraft number 85J. Here's Logan Julian. Logan Julian in the 85J. 5th here on 2 occasions. The MSA last year with the IRA Sprint Cars on July 27th of this year. The best of his 8 career Sun Prairie starts. First lap 5th quick, 11.865, 11.865. Coming off his best finish of the season with the World of Outlaws Friday night in Putnamville, Indiana with an 11th place run. Second lap time for Logan Julian is second quick, 11.707, 11.707, second quick for Logan Julian. Next driver to take the green flag From Visalia, California, in the Aspen Air Hawkeye Truck Equipment Brake Fuel Precision Underground Utilities, number 18, here's Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason in the number 18. Eliason's 5th place finish here with the All-Star Circuit of Champions in 2021, the best of his 3 career appearances at Angell Park Speedway. First lap for Eliason, 11.968, 11.968. Best World of Outlaws finish this season, 9th at Federated Auto Parts I-55 Raceway Park. Second lap time for Corey Eliason into the 6th spot at an 11.869, 11.869. From Pen Grove, California, driving the Toyota Racing Development Mobile 1, Roth Motorsports, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation, number 83, it's Buddy Kofoid. Buddy Kofoid in the number 83. One previous appearance here at Angell Park Speedway came with the USAC Midgets. He finished 9th in that outing back in 2021. Second in the series point standings. Opening lap is third quick, 11.730, 11.730. 11 feature wins for Kofoid, who trails David Gravel by 134 points at the top of the standings. Second time around is quick time, a new track record, 11.676, 11.676, a track record for Buddy Kofoid. Next driver to fire off, the Rookie of the Year contender out of Lemoore, California, the 2C Racing Outlaw Wings, Durst, Wedge High Performance Cards, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, number 2C, Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in car, number 2C. Macedo making his Angell Park Speedway debut this evening, currently 10th in the World of Outlaws point standings. His opening lap time is 4th quick at 11.809, 11.809. 5 top 5 finishes, 19 top 10s on the season for Cole Macedo with the World of Outlaws. His second lap time is better. It is still 4th in the order at 11.735, 11.735. Another World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year contender from Sikeston, Missouri, the TK Concrete, Maxim Trucking, Logan Contractor Supply, Zip-On Smoker's Choice Cigar Bar, Inland Rigging, number 55, Hunter Schurenberg. Hunter Schurenberg in the number 55. Schurenberg, a winner here at a co-sanctioned event with the All-Star Circuit of Champions and IRA Sprint Cars 3 years ago. First lap time for Schurenberg, 10th quick, 12.389, 12.389. That victory, the best of his 4 career appearances here at Fireman's Angell Park Speedway. Second lap time for Hunter Schurenberg, better at a 12.082, 12.082. Caution on the speedway. Hunter Schurenberg missing the track exit. We have qualified 10 of our 25 drivers. Buddy Kofoid sits atop the speed chart in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying with a brand new track record of 11.676 seconds. Carson Macedo second, 11.705. Logan Julian third, 11.707. Cole Macedo and Brady Bacon round out the top 5. Next driver powering up from Franklin, Indiana. In the WCI, Petrie Excavating KPM number 27, here's Emerson Axum. Emerson Axum in the number 27. A third place won with USAC Sprint Cars here in 2022, the best of 4 appearances at this racetrack. 3 of those appearances coming in midget competition. Axum's opening lap time, second quick, 11.682, 11.682. Second quick for Emerson Axum. Best World of Outlaws finish this year, 3rd at Lawton, Oklahoma, an all-star winner at Eldora. Second lap, quick time, a new track record for Emerson Axum, 11.624, 11.624. Next to say the green flag, a World of Outlaws rookie from Leduc, Alberta, Canada. And the Warrior Building Development Building Packages Direct, Nelson Brothers Construction, Pack Rat Dumpsters, number 99, Skylar G. Skylar G in car number 99, 20th place run here in IRA Sprint Car action in 2021. His only previous appearance at this racetrack, his opening lap is 11th quick at 11.969, 11.969. Skylar G enters the weekend 13th in the point standings. He's up to 9th quick on lap 2 with an 11.854, 11.854. From Worcester, Ohio, we'll stay yellow again as Skylar G has problems finding the right way back off the racing surface. So Emerson Axum, now your track record holder at 11.624. Buddy Kofoid second, 11.676. Carson Macedo third, 11.705. 3 drivers under the previous track record set back in 2017. From Worcester, Ohio in the NOS Energy Drink, West Tennessee Expediting Frozen Farmer, Maximal Oil number 17. Here's Sheldon Hodenshield. Sheldon Hodenshield in the number 17. Sheldon makes his Angell Park Speedway debut this evening. He is 5th in the World of Outlaws point standings. He has 3 feature wins on the season with 27 top 5s. Opening lap for Sheldon is 8th quick, 11.831, 11.831. 41 top 10s to go with those 27 top 5 finishes for Sheldon Hodenshield. Second time around. Third quick, 11.694, 11.694. Third quick for Sheldon Hodenshield, making 4 drivers under the previous track record. Next driver to see the green flag. From Wadsworth, Illinois, the McGill Trucking, Johnny C's Poorhouse, Lot 31 used car sales number 09 of Clayton Rossman. Clayton Rossman in car number 09, sideways right in front of us here in turns 1 and 2, had to gather it back in. Gonna cost him time here on this opening lap. Rossman goes 13.260, 13.260, making his second appearance of the season with the World of Outlaws. Finished 9th in the Microlight Last Chance Showdown at the Wilmot Raceway. Second time around for Clayton Rossman is better. It's a 12.291, 12.291. From Burnett, Wisconsin, in the Spankins Motorsports R&H Racing Equipment, the Hill Tavern, Fable Auto number 7, Lance Fassbender. Lance Fassbender in number 7. Fassbender making his first start of the season with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. First lap time is a 12.867, 12.867. Second time by for Lance Fassbender. A little bit better at a 12.854, 12.854. The native of North Pole, Alaska, now living in Heartland, Wisconsin, driving car number 17B. The Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup Indian Motorcycle of Metro Milwaukee. Red Numbered Family, James E. Beta, Tactical Heifer Racing Products entry. Here's the North Pole Nightmare, Bill Baylog. Bill Baylog in the 17B. Lap 1 for Baylog. 6th quick, 11.7, 21.1720. Connor Wade told you about 16 career victories here at Angell Park. 5 of them in a midget, one of the wingless sprint cars. Second lap time is an 11.745. First lap quicker, 11.720. Bill Baylog currently 6th of 16 Honest Abe Roofing qualifiers. Next driver on the Speedway from Hanover, Pennsylvania, in car number 1S, the Dryden Duramax Federated Auto Parts CD Rigging Shark Racing entry. Here's Logan Schuhart. Logan Schuhart in the number 1S. Opening lap for Logan Schuhart. Third quick, 11.691, 11.691. Schuhart 5th here in 2016, his only previous appearance at this racetrack. And now 5 drivers under the previous track record. Second lap for Schuhart, 11.726. First lap will be official at 11.691. From Burlington, Wisconsin, driving the Waste Clip, Pink Roofing, Thone Utilities, Haven Creek Homes, Antioch Lanes, number 10V. It's Matt Vandeveer. Matt Vandeveer in car number 10V. Vandeveer, a winner here with the Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Cars in 2018. That's his best at Angell Park Speedway. His opening lap this evening will be a 12.300, 12.300. 17th place finish with the IRA Sprint Cars here in May. 17th, the best of his 6 2025 starts. And off the pace, second lap time is a 12.690. First lap official at 12.300. From Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, driving car number 2W, the Northwest Cable Construction Emergency Starting and Towing Falby Auto, anything and everything home maintenance. Number 2W, Scotty Neitzel. Scotty Neitzel in the number 2W. Winner here with the IRA Sprint Cars, 2 victories with the MSA 360s, 5th place finish with IRA here in May of this year. His opening lap time will be 16th quick at a 12.137, 12.137. Second place here with the MSA 360s on June 1st of this year. Second lap time for Scotty Neitzel is a 12.203. First lap just a little better at a 12.137. Canton, Illinois. World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year contender, driving the NOS Energy Drink King Racing Products, Jim Shook-Neck High Performance Lubricants, Phillips and Tosco Developers, number 7S, Chris Windham. Chris Windham in car number 7S. Windham second here with the USAC Sprint Cars in 2012. His first lap time this evening, 9th quick, 11.773, 117.73. Only one wing sprint car start here in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, and that was 8th place with the All-Stars in 2022. Second lap time for Chris Windham is an 11.851. First lap official at 11.773 seconds. The man Windham has dueled with all season long for the top spot in the Kevin Kobrecht Award Rookie of the Year standings from Columbia, Missouri, driving car number 23, the SNS Nationwide CSC Group LRI Eagle Stop Missouri Games Impact Signs Abbott Telecom entry for Garrett Williamson. Garrett Williamson in car number 23. Makes his Angell Park Speedway debut this evening, and his first lap time is 16th quick at 11.997, 119.997. Williamson sits 8th in the series point standings. He has 7 top 5 finishes and 24 top 10s in 2025. Second time around is not as good. It's a 12.052. First lap better at 11.997 seconds. From St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, driving the Advanced Auto Parts, Martin One Source, Curb, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, number 15, the Madman, Kerry Manson. Kerry Manson in car number 15. Manson gets his first look at Angell Park Speedway here this evening. Opening lap for the Madman, 15th quick, 11.889, 118.89. Second on 2 occasions this season with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Victorious at Jackson Motorplex. Second lap time for Kerry Manson up to 10th quick at 11.803, 118.03. And that brings us the defending World of Outlaws champion, the current series points leader from Watertown, Connecticut, in the ShopHusitz.com, Houston Speedway, BillionAuto.com, Prosper Real Estate Investments, JRC Transportation, number 2, David Gravel. David Gravel in car number 2. Gravel 5th here back in 2016 when the World of Outlaws last visited this racetrack. His only previous start here. His first lap this evening is 6th quick, 11.706, 117.06. That equals the previous track record. Gravel on top of the series point standings, leads in victories as well with 16. Quick time, a new track record on lap number 2, 11.556. 11556, quick time and a track record for David Gravel. Next driver out, feature winner here when the World of Outlaws visited in 2016, the 10-time champion from Fargo, North Dakota, behind the wheel of the JVI Group King Racing Product Freedom Off-Road Chart Pack Cole, number 15, Donnie Schatz. Donnie Schatz in car number 15. First lap time for Schatz, 12.184, 121.84. Schatz 6th in the point standings, 9 top 5 finishes, 33 top 10s. Second lap time for Donnie Schatz, better, 11.945, 119.45. And your final Honest Abe Roofing qualifier here this evening from East Grand Forks, Minnesota, driving the Proceed Ekman Dental Arts JW Repair Phil Thompson Associates AgServe G5, the Bandit, Gage Polk-Quebec. Gage Polk-Quebec in the G5. His first race at Angell Park Speedway, 27th of the year with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, opening lap time at a 12.522, 125.22. Best finish with the World of Outlaws this season, 17th at River City Speedway. Best finish overall in 60 starts. Second place at Houston Speedway. Second lap time for Polk-Quebec improves to a 12.239, 122.239. That will conclude Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, your Simpson Quick Time Award winner, and the new Angell Park Speedway track record holder in car number 2, David Gravel. Gravel's time 11.556 seconds, average speed 97.508 miles per hour. Emerson Axum second quick, Buddy Kofoid third, Logan Schuart fourth, Sheldon Hodenschild rounds out the top 5, Carson Macedo 6th, all 6 of those drivers under the previous track record. Logan Julian 7th, Bill Baylog 8th, Cole Macedo 9th, and Chris Windham 10th as we get down to the infield and Connor Wade.
It just does not matter when David Gravel goes out to qualify. He usually qualifies good, and tonight good enough for quit time. First thing that stands out to me about this place, you know, it kind of looks like it's going to be a slow short track. It's not. This place is fast, and you're on it all the time. Do you agree?
Yeah, you're wide open around there. It's starting to get slick into 1. 1 and 2 will slick off pretty quick, it looks like, but 3 and 4 is in the shade down there. But just made the track as small as I could. You got to have a car that rotates down there and hard-hitting motors. So glad I cleaned up my second lap. I don't know what my first lap was, but I about smoked the infield tire in 3 and 4 and cleaned up lap 2. So yeah, good start to the night.
David Gravel set split time. John, the biggest thing drivers tell me about this place today, you can tell by looking at it, most dirt tracks are ovals. This is not exactly an oval. It's as close to a complete circle of a dirt track as you're going to find. Very round. Sheldon Hanshill just told me you are never straight at this place, even down the straightaways.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Connor Wade. And so the drivers of the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series will make their way back to the outer pit area. And again, David Gravel claiming a brand new track record, breaking the mark set by Brandon Spithaller back here on May 21st of 2017. Two more weekends of competition for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series in 2025. Next week, 2 nights of action. Friday night, a visit to the 81 Speedway in Park City, Kansas. And then Saturday night, the Jason Johnson Classic at Arrowhead Raceway in Colcord, Oklahoma. We take a weekend off, and then we wrap up the season as we do at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the World of Outlaws World Finals. 4 big nights of action there for the greatest show on dirt. Dates for the World of Outlaws World Finals at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, November 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And so, with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series completing their Wedge High Performance Karts practice sessions and Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, we get set for the regular Sunday night competitors here at the Angell Park Speedway, the Badger Midgets. Bill Bloomer joining us here in the booth with the call this evening. And Bill, Midgets on Sunday night in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, just no better thing in racing.
Oh boy, you bet, Johnny. Thanks. It's a pleasure to be here, folks. Give yourselves a round of applause. You are up there in the cold. That is beyond anybody's expectation that stand would look like that tonight. You know what this action's all about with the Midgets, no doubt. I'm calling the race from up here warm, right between turns 1 and 2 in the pavilion. Wish I was on the judges' stand, but this is pretty nice, I gotta say. On behalf of the Advanced Fastening Supply Badger Midget Auto Racing Association, we welcome you hardy fans to Angell Park Speedway, and we also welcome the fans from abroad watching on DIRTVision today. I am Bill Bloomer. I am not your normal voice. I am the written messenger for the Badger Midget Auto Racing Association. Eric Heenenfeld is on the mend. We might have some time to talk about it later, but Eric had a medical issue. It's been dealt with. He actually went to the Dells to watch the races last night and just kind of said he couldn't swing it tonight. Personally, I think it was just too cold for him, but whatever the case, we're just happy that he's doing well and on the road to recovery. He says he'll be back in the spring for us. Now to the matter at hand, the Badger Midgets out on the track. I'm going to work off of the TV screen we're seeing here, as the sun is just impossible at this moment. I can't imagine what the drivers go through. We got the number 73, Luke Wackerlin, out of Maple Park, Illinois, just a stone's throw from Sycamore Speedway, which is our second home. Luke tonight is battling for one of the coveted top 3 positions in points. It's going to be a tough go. Derek Dorr is going to push out if he hasn't already, and Derek Dorr will have locked up second, and our champion Parker Jones, who did that a couple weeks ago. So Wackerlin's the one to watch tonight. He's the rabbit everyone's chasing. In particular, the number 55, I am going to go off screen, but the number 55 of Todd Cleaver is who's chasing Wackerlin. Right now they are 43 points apart. If we get some time later, I'll explain the point system. For qualifying, I'll tell you right now, the top 5 get points. 15 for first place qualifying, 10 for the next. Third gets 8, fourth gets 6, and 5 gets 4. So keep an eye on those 2 tonight for sure. Who else we have on the camera here? That is one of the Clevin cars, and I am having a heck of a time telling which one that is, Mike Stroik or Harrison Clevin. And here we go with qualifying. Right out the chute, Todd Cleaver is fastest with a 14.966. Miles Doherty is in third. Luke Wackerlin bounced to second, but Zach Bowden in the 51 took him over. Cleaver still in the lead. Miles Doherty now down to fourth. Mike Stroik in that number 9 is in fifth. Charles Coons out of Illinois, not a regular here, might be his first time, is in sixth. RJ Corson, birthday boy, is in seventh. Cleaver still holds the lead with Wackerlin in second, Bowden in third. And as we wrap her up, it does appear how that our first flight is going to end. Thus far, after that first flight, we have Todd Cleaver out of Marshall in first with a time of 14.814. Couple clicks back, 51, Zach Bowden out of Cambridge with a 15.044. Then Wackerlin out of Illinois. Miles Doherty out of Delmar, Iowa in the 8D is fourth, teenager there. Mike Stroik out of Sun Prairie nowadays is fifth with a 15.5. Charles Coons, like I said, not sure if you could hear me in the stands. Charles Coons, it might be his first time here. He is a Mara regular. RJ Corson has won in Badger/Mara action, co-sanction race down in Sycamore last year, I believe it was. And it is his birthday today in that 15C, second generation driver. And rounding out the top 8 is Brian Peterson, who's just got his engine back from Ray Pro Racing. Davey Ray, our old champion and old friend here at Angell Park Speedway, put that engine back together for Brian Peterson. Kind of surprised to see him out here tonight, and it's sure good to see him. All right, folks, we'll get this out of the way right now. On your screen is the number 68. He's got the same last as me, hailing from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. That is Eric Bloomer. He is my son. That's the last time I'll mention it, I probably would imagine. Sponsored by Club Lamarck, among other fine sponsors. Next to him, you have the Fan Active car and Trey Weishoff. Both Bloomer and Weishoff are fighting for a coveted top 10 and a spot on the stage at the Badger Banquet coming up in November. They're both on the outside of looking into that top 10. And then the 29, Harrison Clevin, another one right there looking at perhaps scoring a top 10. Harrison is currently in 8th. On our screen now, another one of the Coons cars. Check my notes here. That one, the 4K, the yellow 4K, is actually Charlie Coons out of Illinois. At least that's what they told me in the pits. The two coming before the grandstand right now, the famed Red Deuce. Jake Donner is the operator and owner of that car now. Bought it from Harlan Kittleson. On the screen now, coming out of turn 4, number 17, a guy who is having a fabulous year, Nick Killian. Nick is in 7th place in points, and he is playing the rabbit tonight. He is trying to fend off Harrison Clevin. He does not have enough points to catch Miles Doherty in 6th, but Nick will surely be pleased with a top 10 this year. Danger Dave Collins coming out of 2, I believe it is, in the yellow and black number 40. Danger Dave is in 10th right now. He's being chased by Bloomer and Weishoff, as I said. Just ahead of him, 9th in points, is Matt Recheck, who is not here tonight. And speaking of not here tonight, Brandon Welty is absent. He is still nursing his injury, so the Black 3 won't be here. We miss Brandon. Get well soon, my friend. And then the number 20, Derek Dorr. He is now officially your runner-up in Badger points. I told him before the races, unless an alien abducts him, as long as he tries to qualify, he's got second locked up, and he has done so. Here we go. Oh, we got a car on the inside. looks to be Jake Donner. Caught the tractor tire out there in turn 2. Didn't see what happened. Hopefully Jake will get her back into action tonight. As it stands, possibility we'll have a C main. I think 24 cars are entered. There's one ghost car, that being a second Derek Dorr car entered by his dad Randy. That is legal in Badger competition. Here we go with the green again. At this point, I guess I'd say the track slowed down a little bit. None of our guys are. There we go. Derek Dorr has jumped up into second in this flight. Get Trey Weishoff into 6th. Eric Bloomer in 7th. Charles Kuntz into 9th. Nick Killian in 11th right now. Todd Cleaver is still our fast time, but in this flight, it's Derek Dorr, Trey Weishoff, Eric Bloomer. Mark McMahill out there, he's qualified 13th. He's a runner-up in Mara competition. Lost a heartbreaker in the Mara ranks, their last race of the season. As we take the checkers, I'll give you a rundown here. Derek Dorr is now fastest with a 14.864 compared to Cleaver in second with a 14.890. Then Cambridge Zach Bowden in third. Luke Wackerlin in fourth. Next Miles Doherty, sixth. Trey Weishoff, seventh. Eric Bloomer, eighth. Jake Donner after that little stumble. Mike Stroik in ninth. Nick Killian in 10th. Charles Kuntz in 11th. RJ Corson in 12th. Harrison Clevin 13th. Mark McMahill 14th. Dave Collins Jr. 15th, followed by Brian Peterson in 16th. On the screen right now, number 59, Kyle Cook out of McFarland. Cook might be a familiar name to some old-time race fans. He is the son of Randy Cook, former Badger champion, nephew of Kevin Cook, former Badger champion, and the grandson of Badger Midget and National Midget Hall of Famer Paul Kruger. Then we have the Gallardo car, the Gallardo roofing car, number 20 of local favorite Cody Weisensell. Cody loves it when I say this, and he knows I'm going to say it. Of probably everyone in the field, he might be the most hungry. He's been racing, boy, for 20 years, and he's still looking for his first Badger win. Cody's been knocking on the door, and it just hasn't happened yet. Maybe tonight will be the night. Next to him in that number 56 is Mike Raymond's hot-looking car. That's Mitchell Davis. We don't see Mitchell very often. He's more of a Mara driver, hailing out of Illinois. And then another Coons car, number 11, the red and white car. 11J, I believe it's numbered. That is our own Jordan Nelson. Jordan's engine went south on him this year, and Jordan's got a ride with Charles Coons' stable today, so Jordan was really pleased to have this opportunity. On the screen now, there he is, the Blue Mounds Bullet. Number 41, Parker Jones out of Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. Parker is our 2025 champion, 2024 champion for that matter. Parker had a historic year with 9 wins in a row, beating Landy Scott's record. The thing about Parker, though, is, boy, he's been on a dry spell. He hasn't won in a couple, 3 races, not since late August. He's taken 6 in a row here at Angell Park, and I know his dad, his crew chief Dewey, and the whole crew, they are hungry for a win tonight. Put a context on Parker's season. He's got 11 Badger wins in all, 12 if you count a Merrill win real early in the year. Parker is sponsored by Work Truck Stuff, Pokerville Ironworks, Jones Excavating Services, AFS, and Spankin Motorsports. You can find him at Parker Jones Racing on Facebook, and Parker's got merchandise for sale. Jake Gigline, I asked him for pronunciation, and it is Gigline, he told me. And the number 8 coming around. He's out of Sullivan, Wisconsin. Jake sponsored by Phantom Chassis, Lake Country Heating and Cooling, and Goggert's Bus Stop. And here we go with qualifying number 3. Parker Jones goes to the top with a 14.733. Cody Weisensell slips into the top 10, as does Mitchell Davis. And one car I forgot to mention, didn't catch him out there, Logan Julian in the 15J. After that awesome sprint car run, just put her right around the top 10. I'm waiting for my graphics to catch up with me here. And I do believe that will end our Badger Midget qualifying. A couple things here, race fans in the stands. Little insider secret, the pavilion has concessions. If the top... All right. We'll hold off on that, and we're going to go to a commercial.
And so, with preliminary action in the books, opening ceremonies coming up next, we'll be back with more live on DIRTVision from Angell Park Speedway.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Want more wins? Here's some tips. Brake late with our powerful titanium piston brake kits featuring our VRT Max rotor and all titanium hardware. Stay on track with the lightest, strongest, and safest rear torsion arm ever made in our exclusive AccuLength W-Link. Hold it all together with our huge selection of high-strength precision titanium fasteners boxed up custom for your car in part-labeled bags. Make the decision for precision. Smith Titanium. We winnovate.
Race fans, Wedge High Performance Karts are here, and we're all gas, no brakes. Hand-built in the USA, Wedge karts deliver raw power, razor-sharp handling, and track-dominating performance. Get the Wedge Edge at wedgekarts.com.
Every lap, every race, every bit of paint traded for every hard-fought place. Every checkered flag and trophy raised. Every ounce of dirt, sweat, and gears. They're all jammed inside every can of NOS Energy. Go ahead, open up a can.
You wanted the best, you got them for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
This copyrighted DIRTVision broadcast may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or distributed in any form without World Racing Group's written consent. Copyright infringement is a federal crime.
Moments away from opening ceremonies here at Angell Park Speedway in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin for the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Second time the greatest show on dirt has visited, as we mentioned before, the birthplace of the World of Outlaws 4-wide salute. And again, if you missed it earlier, we mentioned the fact that Ted Johnson, the founder of the World of Outlaws, well, he grew up in Beloit, Wisconsin, and he was a regular attendee here at Angell Park for the Sunday night midget races. And he saw the Badger Midgets go 4 wide to salute the fans. And when he formed the World of Outlaws in 1978, he incorporated that 4-wide salute to it. So it is so cool to be home for the I should say, so cool to be back home to the home of the 4-wide salute, Angell Park Speedway with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Again, action next weekend for the greatest show on dirt Friday night at the 81 Speedway in Park City, Kansas. And then on Saturday evening, it's the Jason Johnson Classic at Arrowhead Speedway in Concord, Oklahoma. So with our Wedge High Performance Karts practice sessions and Honest A Roofing qualifying complete, the rest of tonight's World of Outlaws program looks like this. We will run 3 heat races, then we'll go 10 laps in distance. The top 6 finishers will qualify for the feature, with the first and second place finishers advancing to this evening's Toyota Dash. Those 6 drivers will draw for their starting spots in the Toyota Dash, which will be 8 laps, and determine the top 6 starting spots in the feature. As of now, we have a 12-lap Microlight Last Chance Showdown scheduled with the top 6 finishers starting positions 19 through 24 in tonight's feature for the greatest show on dirt. Badger Midgets set for action as well with heat races and a 25-lap feature. Push trucks will do a couple more laps, we're getting told, via the Racing Electronics World of Outlaws radio system, and then we'll be ready for opening ceremonies. Little bit of packing being done to the racing surface. Again, a lot of rain here overnight, but we are in good shape for tonight's racing program, and the track obviously very fast, judging by the fact that we had 6 drivers under the previous track record, with David Gravel coming away with that brand new Angell Park Speedway track record of 11.556 seconds. push truck being called into the infield. That means it is time for opening ceremonies here, and we'll send it down to the infield and Connor Wade.
It is great to see so many people here at the historic Angell Park Speedway for a great World of Outlaws return, and great to see so many people bundled up. It might be cold here in the air and in the stands, but the action on track is going to be red hot. We're excited for a good night. Heat races next on the program. To officially kick off our evening, it's opening ceremonies time, so we asked everybody in the crowd to please rise if you're able, and gentlemen, remove cover. At this time, please help me in welcoming Father Dan Gruba to offer tonight's invocation.
Let us pray. A well-known and established short track driver observed, "It's like flying jet fighters in a gymnasium. It's all one corner out there, and it's pretty unreal. You're out of a corner into the next just as fast as I'm talking. A million things can happen you can't control, and another million things can happen that you should be ready to do your best to control. Oh Lord, be with our drivers as they push their talents to the limit this evening. Amen."
And here to perform the Star Spangled Banner this evening, please welcome Bryn McCabe.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Who needs Sunday night football when you've got Sunday night sprint car racing? World of Outlaws heat race time at Angell Park Speedway in Wisconsin. It's time to get after it here in Wisconsin.
NOS Energy Drink Heat Race number 1, staging on the front stretch, distance 10 laps, top 6 to the feature. Here's the way they line up, starting on the pole tonight. Simpson Quick Time Award winner, the new Angell Park Speedway track record holder from Watertown, Connecticut. In the shop, Houstons.com, Houston Speedway, BillionAuto.com, Prosper Real Estate Investments, JRC Transportation. Number 2, David Gravel. Outside the front row from Hanover, Pennsylvania, driving the Dryden Duramax, C&D Rigging, Federated Auto Parts, Shark Racing, number 1S, Logan Schuhart. Lining up in the third spot from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, in the Ludwig & Sons Trucking, Oostburg Concrete, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, Metalcraft 85J, Logan Julian. And outside of row 2, starting fourth from Canton, Illinois, the NOS Energy Drink King Racing Products, Jim Shooknick, High Performance Lubricants, Phillips and Tosca Developers, number 7S of Chris Wyndham. Third row inside, starting fifth from Bradenton, Florida, driving the Tub of Towels, Emily Oil, USA Steel Fence Autoloads.com, number 28, M. Connor Morrell. And to his outside from Visalia, California, in the Aspen Air Hawkeye Truck Equipment, Bring Fuel Precision Underground Utilities, number 18, Corey Eliason. Starting in the 7th position, the World of Outlaws leading rookie contender from Columbia, Missouri, the SNS Nationwide, CSC Group, LRI, Eagle Stop, Missouri Games, Impact Signs, Abbott Telecom, number 23, Garrett Williamson. And to his outside, lining up 8th from East Grand Forks, Minnesota, in the Pro Seed Ekman Dental Arts, JW Repair, Phil Thompson Associates, Ag Serve, G5, the Bandit, Gage Polk, Quebec. Final starter out of Burnett, Wisconsin, the Spankins Motorsports RNH Racing Equipment, at the Hill Tavern, Fable Auto, number 7 of Lance, Fastbender. Sun setting behind turn number 3 as we get set for competitive action with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series at Angell Park Speedway.